prison where Parkland shooter Nikolas Cruz is just uncovered terrifying surprise. The Parkland school shooter who lit up the Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School with an AR-15, taking multiple lives and injuring many others, has been receiving some very strange deliveries to prison. It appears as though the extremely troubled Nikolas Cruz has a bizarre number of fans who send him love letters, donations, and even more shocking nude and sexual photos from males and females. It might be normal for some prisoners to receive letters from family and friends, but when a mass murderer gets more sexual photos sent to him than a normal guy does on a normal day, then there is certainly a problem. The Sun Sentinel reported that teen girls, women, and even old men were sending letters to the murderer and hiding the suggestive photos inside greeting cards or attached to notebook paper. Some people send money to prisoners so they can place the cash in their commissary account. The account is used to buy things like snacks inside the prison. The desire and attraction to mass murderers isn't something out of the ordinary though. There are people who once lusted for Charles Manson, and it has reported that he even married one of his fans. Whatever strange attraction the people have to the mass murderers can only be described as slightly weird, especially since there is not much of a chance for the person who has an attraction to the mass killer to have a typical everyday relationship, considering one of the people are in prison. It is not yet known what Cruz's sentence will be, but he could spend the rest of his life in prison, or face the death penalty, and that would be a huge letdown for the people who seek to have a relationship with him. Not that murdering all those people wasn't eternal for anything. Regardless, people will like who, what they like, and that is their prerogative. The Sun Sentinel reported what some of the letters said and stated more on the fan mail. "I reserve the right to care about you," Nikolas wrote a Texas woman in neat blue script in a letter addressed to the jail's post office box in Fort Lauderdale. The letter was mailed 6 days after Cruz murdered 17 students and staff and injured 17 others with an AR-15 rifle at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School on February 14. The reverent note takes up all available space on the front and back of a kitty-like greeting card showing a furry bunny holding binoculars looking out at the ocean. The inside of the card says, "Out of sight, but never out of mind." A teenager wrote on March 15. "I am 18 years old. I am a senior in high school. When I saw your picture on the television, something attracted me to you." The letter was mailed from Texas and tucked inside an envelope covered with hand-drawn hearts and happy faces. "Your eyes are beautiful and the freckles on your face make you so handsome." She goes on to describe herself as white with big, brown eyes. "I am really skinny and have 34 C-sized breasts." She ends the letter with 3 preschool-rated jokes about gummy bears and peanut butter. A woman from Chicago enclosed 9 suggestive photos, including a shot of cleavage, another in a skimpy bikini eating a popsicle, and a tight shot of her backside as she bent over. Another girl sent photos with Hello Kitty Snapchat filters. An 18-year-old from New York wrote, "No one else is dealing with your demons, meaning maybe defeating them could be the beginning of your meaning, friend. I know you could use a good friend right now. Hang in there and keep your head up." The letter closes with hearts colored in pink ink. "There is piles of letters," said Broward County Public Defender Howard Finkelstein, whose office is representing Cruz. "In my 40 years as public defender, I've never seen this many letters to a defendant. Everyone now and then gets a few, but nothing like this." Not all of the letters are from women. One card with a cat on the front is from a New York man sporting a bushy, gray, mustache. He enclosed photos of himself behind the wheel of his white, 1992 Nissan convertible. Besides the murder rap that Cruz is facing, he, unfortunately, won't be able to read his fan mail anytime soon. He is on suicide watch and isolated in a bare cell all by himself. The cowards of Broward, who are indirectly responsible for the deaths of students and staff as much as Cruz is, have been nice enough to read some of the religious notes or ones of encouragement to Cruz. They refuse to share the scantily clad pictures of the women who wish to share their body with Cruz. There is also a solid reason to believe the Broward police probably kept any pictures of nude men because there is no way a bunch of chickens like those officers like women. Sun Sentinel continued, The jail opens inmates' mail, except legal mail, according to the Broward Sheriff's Office Inmate Handbook. Obscene mail or mail deemed to be a safety or security threat to staff is returned to the sender, the handbook says. We read a few religious ones to him that extended wishes for his soul and to come to God, Finkelstein said, but we have not and will not read him the fan letters or share the photos of scantily clad teenage girls. Finkelstein said he worries everyday boys and girls are starting to view him in an elevated way, looking up to his fame and notoriety. The letters shake me up because they are written by regular, everyday teenage girls from across the nation, he said. That scares me. What scares me is that the Broward police failed to save students and staff because they were frightened to go into the building and do something about it. It is bizarre that Nikolas Cruz is receiving so much fan mail and pictures of scantily clad women. However, I don't care because it doesn't bring anyone back who lost their lives thanks to the shooter and the cops not doing their job. It is one massive unfortunate demise for all and nothing will bring back the people who were lost. The only thing we can do now is work on preventing the next shooting by being better people to each other and helping those in need when they show so many red flags.